This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello, wonderful people watching within and outside Nigeria, those of us watching via the online channels. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another exciting episode of your program, Business and Economy Network. My name is Ohioze Edna. For our program roundup for today for Spotlight, to bring to you the chart with the Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Icon Stockbrokers Limited. Icon Stockbrokers is one of Nigeria's leading stockbroking firms and has contributed positively to the finance sector. For company in focus, we have the MD CEO, PFI Capital Limited, an expert in asset management, investment, and financial advisory matters. For Street Talk, we bring to you the MD CEO, SKELAS Group. SKELAS is in the business of maritime, hotel refurbishment, and renewal, telecommunications, and construction matters. Still in the celebration of Dana Airline 10th year anniversary, it has been 10 years of excellent service in and outside Nigeria. Do take advantage of the quiz segment, as there are a lot of gifts to be won. You know how we do it, is never a boring moment. Do stay tuned. I'll be right back. Icon Stockbrokers Limited stands as Nigeria's third stockbroking firm. The firm was set up with the aim to bridge a gap and provide solutions to the challenges of financing, investment, and stockbroking in Nigeria. Well over 5 decades, Icon has been firm and strong, rendering services of repute to Nigerians. Services of Icon are exceptionally carried out with utmost care and diligence, and has made its work easy as trading and other processes are automated. Mr. Chike Wanze is the Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, an expert in finance investment with over 40 years experience, which has made Icon Stockbrokers stand out as a point of reference.
We have our trading, is really automated in the first instance. We have research information that we provide our customers. We give investment advice. Stockbroking. We help our clients also to advise them on which way to invest their money. And trading with us now is quite easy. Our clients don't have to come walk to our office to come and give us mandate. They can use our trading system. Just even trade themselves, but it will come through our system and it gets to the stock exchange. So it's highly automated. The federal government has done one already, Sukuk, where the Sukuk, they said, is for infrastructural development. And I think there are a number of organizations that are trying to put infrastructural fund also in the market so that people building, infrastructure can access those funds to build the infrastructure. Because one of the problems, even when we talk of infrastructure, it's not just building roads and this thing, housing. There are no mortgages in this country. And one of the areas where economy really boom is establishment of housing infrastructure. It's not building all those mansions that people, you see, there are a lot of big houses that you have around. Ikoyi, Victoria Island, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Not that type of housing, because those guys are not building those houses with mortgage. If they were building it with mortgage in the first instance, they would not be having so much empty, buildings like that. Those houses that we are looking at, really, if we must be sincere to ourselves, are source of money laundering, pure and simple. Attempts have been made during Okonjo-Iweala's period to establish these mortgage facilities. You see, a young man in the US, 30 years old, is can go into the market, financial institution, borrow money for that he will repay in 30 years, depending on his age, in 30 years, and to buy a house or build his house. And what you'll be paying on a monthly basis for 30 years is just like he's renting this thing and then paying rent, because he still has to pay rent, if he didn't have that. But we don't have such facilities here. And Okonjo-Iweala has started it. So if we can, there are a lot of things we can do. Mortgage, set up fund, infrastructural fund that will cover, the roads and also housing. Like all these your guys here, for example, now should be able to borrow money. You see what we have set up, we are not running it properly. FHS, I'm sure you are deducting money, and many of them have the finance and cost of land and the land, the Land Use Act. These are inhibiting factors that we can't do, and we have a lot of these young people coming out from the university. Government does not create job, but government provides the environment for private sectors to create job. Well, I look at it as an operator in the capital market. I won't be happy when the MPR is high, because what that does is that, the investor is not a Father Christmas. He looks for where we will get the highest return for his on his investment. So with where MPR is high, you will see people maybe exiting the equity market or the capital market to go into the money market because they will earn a higher return. But I won't really blame the central bank for the MPR. You see, because for any monetary manager, like the central bank, you do not want the inflation rate to be higher than the interest rate. You see, because if the inflation rate is higher than the interest rate, that interest rate is negative. But the monetary authority are not the ones really that control inflation. You see, the fiscal authorities control the inflation. So that's part of the problem. So what it is that I think that both the monetary authorities and the fiscal authorities have to find a way to come together and see what they can do on this. Yeah, as an operator, I don't like it. But also as an operator, what some of us in the market have also done, that even our own box load, because it affects our capital requirement, where this thing is dropping every day. So I will try to move out, diversify my portfolio, try also to move some into the money market where there's no depreciation on it, like in the capital market. So yeah, I wouldn't like it. But we need better management. We need to really find people who understand what it is, what the problems are, and what solution to provide.
Mr. Peter Elege is the MD of PFI Capital Limited with credentials that shows why PFI, though young, is doing well in service delivery. PFI Capital Limited is an investment advisory and asset management firm located in Lagos State, Nigeria, set up with basic responsibilities to provide asset management and investment advisory services to Nigerians. The firm is an expert in providing its customers with professional advice on how to manage finances, having done proper market research, goes a step further to advise and recommend on most appropriate financial products and services available. The firm makes clients aware of services that best meets their need and has one of the best customer care services.
I'm Peter Elege. Basically started my education in Lagos. I went to Federal Government College, Janik in Lagos. From there I proceeded to University of Lagos. I was one of the best students in my class. From there, I got a job with FCMB Capital Markets. I studied banking and finance in University of Lagos. I did my MBA in University of London, and I'm an alumnus of the New York Institute of Finance. I'm a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. And basically, I have done executive education in London Business School. I'm also an associate of the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investments in the UK. I'm currently the CEO of PFI Capital Limited. PFI Capital Limited started from a dream of some set of individuals in 2011. First of all, we started off as a property investment company. However, in 2017, we got the license from the Securities and Exchange Commission to do investment advisory and portfolio stroke funds management. Our core focus is predominantly on private wealth management. However, we do private wealth management, fund management, and advisory, which includes financial planning and investment advisory basically. Our core focus is to deliver value to our clients, deliver alpha returns, and meet our clients' needs in specific. Our customers come first. We look at delivering exceptional returns to our clients. Our customer service is spot on. We use digital platforms to make our processes simple and easy. We adhere to the best corporate governance standards in the industry. Okay, our objective is pretty simple and straightforward, right? Is to create value for our clients, create wealth for our clients. What we have is that we have several products, several services that can actually achieve this objective. We have savings products, we have investment products that clients can key into and to achieve this objective of wealth creation. We're looking to set up a fund early next year, a money market fund, and basically a balance fund. We're going to be leveraging on technology, particularly with our balance funds, specifically algorithm trading. Yes, our objective is to be one of the top asset management firms in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa as a whole. We intend to grow assets under management significantly by creating value to our clients. We actually want to churn out a number of funds. We're going to call it beta and alpha funds. So the beta funds will basically be index tracking funds, right? And the alpha funds will be basically active portfolios, So we're going to cut across different clients, from the low income earners to the middle to the high income earners. We have different kind of products that will meet the needs of these individuals. Okay, currently the capital market from March till date has been under a whole lot of decline, and predominantly because of what's happening in advanced markets. What's typically happening is the US economy is growing. As it's growing, there's inflation. As inflation is growing, they have to also try and cut inflation by increasing interest rates. So interest rates is going up there, and it's affecting not just Nigeria but emerging and frontier markets as a whole. And that is what is actually causing the markets to basically, market crisis we're currently facing in Nigeria, and not just Nigeria, emerging markets. What we see in the near term is that this would continue to happen. We expect that the market would remain at the current levels. There are going to be a few triggers. The Nigerian economy, there are some positives, right? We are currently producing above 2 million barrels per day, right? Crude oil price is not of $70. Exchange rate has been relatively stable. Inflation too has been relatively stable. So these are positives. However, on the downside is the capital outflows, which is actually affecting our markets. However, if you look at this, it's not all negative. It is actually time for bargain hunting. So prices are significantly declined, and it's actually created more opportunities for value investors, to actually pick and, maximize your wealth.
Prince Olayiwola Shitu is the managing director of SKELAS Group. The group comprises of various other companies like maritime, telecoms, transport, hotel refurbishment and renewal, and construction. But the prince has his first love in custom brokerage and freighting, where he has made remarkable success and a positive impact. Prince Shitu has continuously called on all necessary stakeholders to join hands together to do the needful in order to bring about ease in businesses and standard of living for Nigerians. Amongst these, the MD CEO is of the opinion that politics should be made less lucrative and proper planning should be made considering the growing rates of Nigerians' population. Friends and family recently came together to celebrate the prince on his 68th birthday.
I think part of the problem we have is that we have left a lot of things undone. The present state of the port roads, access road today, is as a result of neglect of the past. And you know, when roads are neglected, they continue to deteriorate. But when you hear from the government that, oh, they were sharing money in the NSA office, you know, worth billions of dollars and all that, how much do you need to put a road in proper perspective? But there's something I discovered in Nigeria. Those who are in authority, they don't do things to last. I was in Mumbai, in India, and I witnessed construction because I have this flair for constructing. And I saw that all their roads carry a minimum of 2-inch rod laid, which is what Dangote is practicing now for this Apapa road, that is the concession to him. And they said the minimum is 50 years. And that was a highway where the heavy-duty vehicles will be passing and all that. And I was asking myself, what do we do in Nigeria? We grade the ground. We don't even compact well. We just pour bitumen on top of laterite. And at the end of the day, rain washes it. Bitumen is not friendly to water. Once water settles, it dissolves it. So how long will it take us to say, I am a governor of a state, I want to do road. Must I do 50-kilometer road and say I must finish it in a shoddy way just because it must be in my name? No. People don't do governance like that. Even if it is 1 kilometer at a time, do very quality job. Another person comes, continues from there. Another person comes, but look at our roads now. They go and cut tape after 3, 4. It looks like we are deliberately doing projects that should not last so that we can revisit it. That's why you hear that there has been budget about a project, another budget, another year, another budget. We say, where did all money go? People will review the same project that could have been done with reasonable amounts. Probably it's worth, let's say, 50 million. And by the end of the year, it's graduated to 1.5 billion. Nobody's asking questions. And that is why I still believe that we need to go back to the drawing board. Parliamentary system that was given to us by the British is what the Indians are still using till today. With the volatility of politics in India, no military man has ever taken over. The economy is super. Apart from China, they are the next populated economy. They are ranked as one of the first world now. And we're mates before now. It's because we're not placing our priorities right. If we want to go back to parliamentary, what stops us? When you are going through a road and you know the road is blocked, there is no way you can go. You go back and look for alternative. But nobody is thinking that one. Now we say we will do presidential. Presidential system of government is very expensive. It's consuming almost 80% of our income to pay emoluments. Then why don't we do it like America? We borrowed it from there, where each state has its own autonomy. And people pay money through the, county. It goes up all the way to state to federal, over there. But here in Nigeria, we carry portmanteau and go to Abuja to share money. So it's going to be pyramidal. Whereas we are supposed to have been bottoms up. So that is one of the reasons why Nigeria will always not find it easy. Now, all this struggle now that is going on for politics of 2019, let us have one house, not House of Rep, not Senate, just one parliamentary house at that level. It's enough for Nigerians. Our needs are not too much that hundreds of people together with aides, each person is having 5 aides. What are you aiding? We still have ministry that is still doing the same job that you are doing. If we have only that one and make sure that nobody receives more than 500,000 a month. We are doing that because they are outside their family. They are in Abuja. They say, because I need to, okay, take 500,000 every month. No more. Do 4 hours part-time job at that assembly. When they have a bill, you read it or you take it to your house. My dear, you won't see all this crisis anymore. Nobody will want to go there. And then we conserve the money and put it into infrastructure. That birthday came up because I don't really celebrate birthday because my father taught us. I love my father so much, I'm always referring to him, that every day is your birthday. That there's nothing special that I had you on so day. We did naming ceremony and it's gone. Face your life. That spend every day as if it's your birthday. By reaching out to the less privileged, by assisting the poor, and do things that are right. But somehow my friend said, oh, you left office as national president in April after 8 years. And you say we should not celebrate your birthday. No, we must celebrate your birthday. Coincidentally, a publishing house, Ships and Ports, decided to write a book about me. It was earlier to be launched during the inauguration when I was handing over to the incoming president. But because of time management and all that, we couldn't do it. So they said, well, it's an opportunity. They are now put a condition. If we have to do it, not that celebration per se, but we must do a colloquium. Since this maritime industry is the reasons why we all know ourselves, we come together, let us do a colloquium. Let us look at some of those challenges in the maritime industry and have some time. And that's how it went. And we're grateful that for the first time in the history of maritime, an individual was celebrated. I didn't know I was so admired by people. The MD of MPA was there 30 minutes before the time. The Minister of Transport sent a representative in the DMS of Ministry of Transport. The CEO of Shippers Council was there. And they come and see the mighty men of the industry. And they celebrated me. I think I don't need to ask for more. You know, Nigerians are always celebrated after they are dead, but I saw me being celebrated. So anytime Baba God say, come now, I've already been celebrated. So, because when you are gone, you don't know how people think about you. But for people to tell you this is the way they feel, and the summary of it all was that integrity pays. You might think people don't know what you are doing, but that showed me that what I was doing was right. And the people came, including my colleagues in the association. In fact, it was only the president of the association that was not available, well represented by the vice president, senior officials and all. So which means there is something good in being good. Most of the young Nigerians are very difficult to advise because no hungry man listens to advice. Nigerians are hard-working people. When I see them rolling, those that are carrying trash, some hawking on the road, you first ask yourself, can they do better than that? And you know, accident of birth is part of the problem we have in this country. Because when you're a houseboy, you don't think of what to do for him. That his being a houseboy is not the ultimate. Put yourself in his shoes. But you can turn that houseboy to somebody tomorrow that will help somebody, who will help somebody, who will help somebody. It's a pity that you say a graduate is struggling to ride Okada. I have a friend whose son read chemical engineering, but no company wants to take him. They say, no, we overstaffed. He's going to waste the knowledge he has. How do you now advise him? Because you must eat. That's number one. So if you don't have access to food, what do you do? And that's why crime wave is going up. So we must do certain efforts to encourage. Go to Aba, there are certain iron that can, no matter how the iron is made, you can duplicate it in Aba. Oh, give them a line to become a manufacturer. Reduce the number of parts that we import from other economy. Let us manufacture them here. It is possible and it's viable. Everybody in the position of policy today in Nigeria is thinking of what is in it for me. Everything is opportunity. Everything. You cannot go to any ministry and pass your file without dropping something. Somebody cannot do his genuine work because we encourage those corruption because our standard of living cannot be met by individuals.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Welcome back, viewers. Hope you had a wonderful time and learned something new in today's episode of the program. This is the more time you permit us to take. Thank you so much for your contributions. Without you, we will not be here. Let us do this again, same time, same station next week. We love you. God bless you.